sorry to kick it off with this one, guys. Sarah, nice to meet you. SB Nation, 11 of 17 goals at the AFC Theater leaders in the first 15 or the last 15. Obviously, you guys have had every opportunity to win these games, and I know that the focus is not necessarily on the points right now. It's just on the team getting better. But what do you think is attributed to conceding in the first 15 and the last 15?
I think, that's obviously the elephant in the room. We're a new group. It's a new club. I think those are kind of the moments where that's showing, not as an excuse, but just as that's, I think, insight from us, and that it's definitely something we've been addressing, and we haven't gotten there yet. But I think, aside from those 15-minute windows, I think we're brilliant in between. So I think once we learn how to figure out first 15, last 15, I think we're just going to be a lethal team. So.
And then I'll do a quick follow-up if that's okay. It'll be a kinder one. A couple home games right back-to-back. One was midweek, and the attendance for both games have been outstanding. I mean, for all 4 home games, what do you say to the fans who are just continuing to come out and rally behind you guys? They were in it every second of this game.
Thank you. The support is unreal. I've never been a part of a home team where the crowd is this supportive and shows up day in, day out for 90-plus minutes. I mean, I think it was literally, I looked up at the clock, it was 98, and I couldn't even hear my own thoughts. They were screaming our name so loud. So that's really what pushes us and gives us energy in the last few minutes, and I'm just ready to start getting some results for them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Other questions?
The squad rotation, do you guys still feel like you played the way you wanted to play or went into the week preparing to play? Like if we were to cover up the scoreline, does it still feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're a team that likes the ball. We're a team that likes to possess, and I think sometimes those are moments where maybe we concede and moments where we're trying to overpossess, but I think the consensus of the group is we'd rather that than just try to play straightforward and try to stray away from who we are. So I think we're going to stick to who we are, and I think we've done that. Whoever comes in the lineup, they come in and they really improve the level, and they help the energy. So we got depth. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Paula Maruri, 10 a.m. Regardless of the result, I would say both congratulations. You guys are trying. This is a new team. I would like to know about how you guys manage the pressure and how you guys are adjusting to every single game, your game style, the energy. Thank you.
I think we're learning with every single game. This was obviously a tough week of back-to-back-to-back, so we had a lot of rotation. We had a lot of people who hadn't even played a single minute and went to starting a game. And all of them stepped up, and it was so exciting. I think it's just a learning opportunity every single game.
Mercury College, Bay Sports Route. How difficult is it getting now to not get discouraged from giving up late leads like this or late goals like this to give the team the win? So is it getting a little bit more difficult, or is it you guys still believing in and not getting too discouraged even when the time gets late like it is?
I think that this is a moment where players like Katelyn, Jen Boade, Emily Manguez, Alexis, Larea are huge for us. Like people with just veteran experience, whether it's this league, a different league. Just in our huddle, a couple of them spoke up and they're like, guys, this is a long season. And I think that's so important for our younger players to hear, and just everyone, because losing sucks. We've got a couple in a row, obviously, that we've now lost that on paper maybe we shouldn't have lost. Those are, I think, the moments where our veteran players are so important, who just keep us, look guys, long season. We're getting better with each game, even though the results aren't flipping yet, but it's going to come.
Yeah, I think to piggyback off that, the message across the board in the huddle, in the locker room, on the field, on the training pitch, we stay together. Win, loss, draw, top of the board, bottom of the board, we stick together, and that's who we are, and we have faith that results will start turning with the way that we're playing and training. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Michael Robertson, African-American athlete. So how impressive was that penalty kick off block that could have changed the whole game, could have been up 3-1 and pretty much out of hand, but you guys are still in it. So how impressive was that, and how did that motivate you guys?
Well, I'll speak because that was damn impressive. Obviously, Mallory Swanson's one of the best PK takers in our league, so saving her penalty is a big deal. And I, like, lining up for that, I remember thinking, like, shit, if this goes in, this is going to be tough. And she got the save, and I think that just was the extra momentum we needed. We didn't score another goal, but we were close. We were down there, and it was exciting. And I think that was a huge moment for us. So, big time Katelyn Rowland.
Thank you.
Paul, what was going through your mind at that penalty? How do you keep calm? What would you like to share with us about that?
I'm glad I look calm because my heart was racing. Kind of to answer your previous question, and I'll kind of answer yours as well. I know that moment was kind of magnified, but there was probably every person on the field probably made a game-changing play for us in that game that just wasn't spotlighted like the PK was. So yeah, it was a big moment, and I know I've trained for it, and I chose a way, and I guess right. So I don't know what more to say, really. Thank you.
I'll do Kevin, and then Sarah can wrap us up.
With all the money coming into the league this offseason, what are you guys noticing about like the level of play just league-wide now that you've seen other teams?
I think this league is arguably the most competitive in the world, and I think we as players strive for that every year. We pride ourselves in the level of play, fitness, technical ability, and I think players from college coming in, you can tell they're starting to raise the level as much as the veterans are still pushing the cap level level. And as far as the money being poured in, you can just tell even with our stadium, our fans, our facilities. It's just really cool, and it's about damn time people are pouring into the women's side of the game.
All right, Sarah, you want to wrap us up? The last
Yeah,
question.
sorry, I just want to go back to that PK for a second. From where we were sitting, it looked a little confusing, like maybe Mal didn't hear the whistle because she waited so long. I just would love to hear from your perspective.
I don't think she heard it. At first, I thought she was trying to ice me a little bit, but then when she looked at the ref, I just think she didn't hear it. It was really, really loud right where we were, so credit to the fans because that probably helped as well. Yeah, I just don't think she heard it. Yeah.
Okay.
A tough one today. This was a game we were looking forward to, and I thought we started well in the first half, playing kind of our type of football. And in the second half, we had some chances there toward the end of the game, but yeah, just a tough one. And you just have to kind of come back at it and continue getting better. But yeah, this is one that I really need to spend some time watching on video and yeah, reflecting on that and just looking at it again.
Laura?
This is the sixth defeat by just one goal. How are you feeling about that, and why this is tougher than other games?
Well, the fact that we are losing by one goal, that means we're in the game, right? And we know that. So that's what keeps us going forward, is that we're in every single game, and it's maybe just, one, not catching a break or not putting our chances away. So that's good for us. But this is a tough one because now I think it's 4 straight, if I'm not mistaken, 4 straight losses. And that can always be, challenging for everyone. It's important for our team to continue to believe in the way they're playing, and they enjoy it, and I think they do. But you also need some points, right, just to keep the spirits up. And that's why this one's tough, because 3 points would have put us right there at 9, and we're in the hunt for a playoff spot. We know it's a long season, as everyone's seen in this league. You can wait till the last minute and make playoffs and still win the whole thing, right? It's just how it works out. And I'm still I believe that our chances will come and we'll get some of these breaks. But this one's tough just because we thought, we prepared and yeah, just say this. I don't know. It feels a little different. Can't really explain it completely right now.
Kevin, and then Paul.
Coach, you mentioned last week feeling that this team's not too far off from its potential. After today, what steps forward do you need to see or adjustments?
Again, it's just making sure that we don't make individual mistakes in the final third that lead to goals, or making sure that defensively we are in positions to help when it breaks down for us, right? And then putting our chances away. Obviously, I'm not going to make an excuse for this. We're missing some influential players today, and we, that can I think, have an impact in this game. But we still have to find a way. And I do believe the players that played today, they played their hearts out. They always do. We were just not clicking the way we have been in the past, especially in our previous home games. So that's all it was today.
Paul?
Good evening. How do you guys manage the pressure level, energy, 2 home games, and what do you think about the penalty? Thank you.
Well, I can't really say much about the penalty right now because I haven't seen it. I saw it on our little small iPad, but I need to go see it on a big screen TV, and we have different angles. So I thought our player maybe just slid past her, and I don't know if there was contact or not, but I can't say. I mean, I have to see it. And what was the other part you
2
asked?
home games, level of energy, pressure.
Yeah, no, the 2 home games, and this just goes back to, we love playing at home. I mean, the energy, and I keep going back to this, our fans are incredible. And I don't know how long they'll stay with us. I think hopefully, they will continue because they're enjoying the game. I mean, afterwards, just the fans saying, hey, it's so much fun to watch, and you have kids coming in, and they're really excited about it. And so there's that positive vibe and energy, and I do believe that it's an exciting game, football. Every time we play, I mean, anything can happen, right? And but I really want to get a win. We want to get a win for the fans because they deserve it. They're here supporting us. So just that energy helps us. But got to keep moving forward.
Was Rachel available today? And if so, was there any thought in putting her in when you guys needed to score?
She was not, although it looked like she was warming up. She tweaked her calf yesterday, and very long season. We didn't want to risk her doing more damage to her calf. But with her and Oshuala had a little bit of a hamstring, and then Rachel with her calf.
Because you didn't have your core players, there's 2 of them anyway today. Do you see more shuffling in the lineup coming up this next week or so?
Not necessarily coming into Orlando now because we'll have a full week to recover. This last one was 3 games in a week, so that's why we were. We had to mix up our roster and making sure that we manage the player loads right. So we should get back to what we feel is our strongest lineup by the time we hit Orlando, which we're going to have to because they're quite the team.
I know you said you're going to have to watch the tape to kind of fully analyze this, but this team's given up more goals than anyone else in the league. What would you like to see moving forward to kind of...
As I said, there's a lot of plays where sometimes it's maybe an individual play or it's us collectively not being as organized as we should be and recognizing moments defensively that we can have a bigger impact and not conceding goals. So it's really concentrating defensively now and just making sure that we don't concede as much. We just all have to go back to the drawing board, right, as they say, at practice and touch on that. And keep working on it because we know we can score, we can create chances, and today we can score as many as we have in some of the games, but we got to be better defensively, and we will be.
For the players that did step into the lineup for the first time today, how do you think they did, and did anyone stand out to you?
No, I think they all did very well. I mean, what I asked the players, just make sure they play with passion and heart, and they played for their teammates. Not one of them put their head down, and we just kept playing all the way to the end. So I thought they all did very well.
Any last question? We'll make 2 more. We'll go Michael and then Sarah to
All
end
right,
us.
Michael Robertson, Afro-American athlete. So you guys scored the first 8 minutes of the game, but nothing after that. But you had a tremendous defensive play on the penalty kick. So what was the frustration of not being able to generate a goal after that first 10 minutes of the game?
Well, as a coach and as a team, I mean, that is frustrating. You're on the front foot, you're playing at home, and we were hopeful and we thought that would come, and we were creating some chances. But today it didn't, and it may have been different. I mean, if we have some of our top goal scorers and forwards, I mean, that's always true with any team, right? When you're missing some of your key players, it can have a little bit of an impact on how much you score, and that's kind of what was the case today.
Sarah, last question for us?
Hi, Coach. Good to see you again.
See you.
3 games in 9 days is a lot. Curious just what your mentality is moving forward. You get a whole week again before you have to go out to Orlando. So is that a good amount of time for the team to kind of put these couple games behind them learn from them and move on? What's going to be the turnaround for that?
It is. It's we just regroup right now, take tomorrow off, and come back Tuesday. Prepared to continue getting better and preparing for Orlando. But this week will help us because, like you said, 3 games in 9 days. That's quite a bit. So you're watching your own game review, then you're preparing for the next team, and it's like nonstop. So now we can just take a step back, focus a little bit on ourselves and what we need to improve on, and then spend a little bit more time on Orlando.
All right,
Thank
perfect.
you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate it.